Why, hello there, microphone. Come over here, microphone. Hiding behind the Troubadourk sign is now the microphone. How are ya? Clearly, we're still working some things out, but hey, the kazoos are back, and that's nice. We have a bunch of other things going on here, and one of which is that I think that the mic level is a little high. Are we hot? We're hot. Apparently we're hot. Now we're all right. We're not in the red. We're not going to be blasting out. That's good. Turning the microphone on definitely helps tempo. It just does. And look, the chat works. The chat works. Yay! For the longest time, when I was using Streamlabs OBS to broadcast to my profile page on Facebook, chat would not show up here. However, if I use the Tobias the Adequate page, chat shows up here. Go figure. It's one of them things. We have, as you may have noticed behind me, the room known as Away is in disarray. And that is because we are going to be moving a large piece of furniture in here. The chat works, sure. You people are watching, yay! The tattered shreds of my ego, thank you. We are going to actually have a couch coming in here. And you can't see it, but there's a door over this way that empties into a hallway. And it's a right angle turn to get into the hallway, and then a short hallway, and then out into the main library area where I originally recorded my streams. So if you go way back to the beginning of the Troubadork shows, you'll see kind of what that looks like. And then down a stairwell that goes down half a flight, makes a 180-degree turn, and goes down half a flight. So if you may have guessed, we are hiring people to move that stuff for us, because you know what I am, my size, but you also know what Amy's size is. And between the two of us, we average out into two normal-sized people. But don't really want to run the risk of either of us being crushed by a falling couch. So here we are, again. Yes, in the continually changing room known as Away. I wound up writing a song. And I wrote a song on this notebook instead of on the electronic thing that I usually do, because I was downstairs. I don't have an electronic thing downstairs. And this song is dedicated to my friend Shadow, who is the captain of Team Poor Judgment, and also one of the two wonderful people who run Carpe Diem Comics in McKinney, Texas. And this is kind of breaking the little songwriting drought, because I had a bit of a songwriting drought. I have a couple more songs that are kind of percolating in the background. Caffeine. But this one, bit of a hiccup on the Facebook side of the video. Well, that may also be my internet connection. We tune because we care. And one of the things that Shadow and I have in common is that we both use a certain excuse, which is, in my defense, I was unsupervised, which has actually become a bit of a meme at this point. And since it's a meme on the internet, clearly I had to write a song about it. This particular song is the second of my, this sounds like something John Cougar Mellencamp might write, collection. The first of which is, of course, Set It on Fire. Not going to do all of it, just want to give you that hint. But this one is called Unsupervised. And I will apologize now for the slight break which will occur when I have to turn the page, physically, manually turn the page instead of just scrolling down the screen a little bit. We'll see what that does. In my defense, I was unsupervised, nobody to stop me. In my defense, I was unsupervised, nobody to stop me. Thought maybe I knew what I was doing, but I might have been wrong. If there's a chance it might somehow work out, I'll say I knew it all along. I knew it all along. Thought I knew the risk that I was taking, thought I had a plan. But if I could just explain my reasoning, then they'd understand. Now they're running round and they are screaming, what are you trying to do? Said I had myself an inkling, I had to see it through. You know I had to see it through. Defense, I was unsupervised, chaos all around. In my defense, I was unsupervised, had to stand my ground. Got a head, but now is what to do, what it came to pass. Page turn. Told you I had to turn a page. All I knew was somewhere God and something that was, and it was a blast. There we go. And it was a blast. People ask, how are we gonna clear up this mess? Haven't got a clue. Guess I'll just keep going and I'll do the things seems I'm supposed to do. If it all works out, you know I'll be relieved. Yes, I will get a sip of fame. But if somehow it all goes sideways, I guess I'll take the blame. I guess I'll take the blame. In my defense, I was unsupervised, nobody to stop me. In my defense, I was unsupervised, nobody to stop me. Thought I knew just what it was I doing, but I might have been wrong. There's a chance it might have all worked out, I'll say I knew it all along. I knew it all along. You know I knew it all along. Oh yeah. Not bad. That song starts at a brisk trot and just carries on, galloping away. The page turn was a little awkward, and this is literally the first time I've done it all the way through. Amy, my lovely wife, without whom I would be dead in a ditch on fire, got to hear the compositional process. There's a couple of verses I need to be able to read better, because this is written in pale green ink on white paper in a room which is clearly lit in the sepia tone. If it was any darker, it would be part of the DC Cinematic Universe. Okay, so anyway. Hi. Oh my gosh. So, wow, what are we going on here? So this is the bi-weekly Troubadourkery. Put this over here. And we are in the process of moving things around and cleaning things up. Actually, cleaning things up will not happen, because it's going to be a disaster area in here for a couple of weeks. We are taking things off the walls so that when we move the couch down the short hallway and make the right angle turn to get into the door over there, it doesn't take everything with it. That includes a couple of shelves filled with knickknacks, a door frame, and a lot of mounted artwork. She did take it. Amy cleared off the knickknacks. She did indeed. I'm not gonna. I will thank her for that. I also have to move a small book rack, which is right over here, just a tad off camera. Is that tad off camera? Yeah. And as such, we just kind of deal with it as best we can. But yeah, how are y'all? It is October. How the heck did it become October? And how the heck do we keep... Well, we can't make it stop because clearly we can't. I do have an upcoming show, as it's saying, as it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. Alamo City Furry Invasion, October the 8th. I have 6. I think it's either 6 or 6:30. I think it may be a 6:30 showtime. I will have to check my email. I will be posting about that both on the Tobias the Adequate webpage, the Twitter feed, and all that other stuff. And also, you can go to the Alamo City Furry Invasion website and see for certain, because I may have to fix that crawl. The Fall Into Art Festival is an arts festival which happens in New Braunfels, and I will be there on Sunday doing the Troubadork thing and quite possibly doing a Elizabethan dialect seminar, which will be hilarious if that happens, because I will be cribbing everything out of a book, and everything that I learned about dialect I learned from the folks at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in Northern California, so that'll be fun. Colossal Con, as I said, just went that way, is the middle of November, and I know I'm booked. I just don't know when yet. Hopefully they'll tell me. And that's up in Round Rock at the Kalahari Resort and Spa, which is both a resort and a spa. Caffeine. Today is Sunday, so we went shopping for groceries in 2 different places, and then we helped our friend Ashley pick up and move some furniture, which was an adventure in and of itself. I have been working on a number of things, not the least of which including trying to get some more artisanal gibberish put together for Volume 3, which will be yet further more gibberish, which will happen sometime in, maybe by the end of the year. We're hoping. I have to write more stuff, though. I've also been working on the audiobook, and it's strange. Personal opinion here is that the poetry that I write can't stand on its own, so therefore I need to have some musical background. So I've been hunting through the royalty-free classical music clips to be used for that, and we're making some progress on that. But as with everything else that's going on, this is all in progress, as it says. By the way, you can pick up Artisanal Gibberish Volume 1 and Volume 2 wherever you get your Dead Tree copy paper versions of books, or your electronic versions of books. And if you go to unrulyvoices.com and look for me, you will find links to every single vendor that vends our books, including bookshop.org, which is a fantastic place to go get books and support your local booksellers as well, because you can actually order the book through them, and that they get part of the profits of ordering the book. And I get, 5-6 cents, something like that. Do check out theadequate.com for all of the details on that. And having said all that, I should do another song. What other song am I going to do? Why do I keep accidentally locking this dang computer? Because the bottom right-hand corner of the screen I said is a hot spot to go to sleep, and to lock the screen. I should not do that. Should not do that. I will learn one day, maybe. We'll see. Let me see. What do I want to do? I don't need to update Evernote just yet. Thank you. Let's see. I did Squidditch for the live test. Let's do... I could do the others. I could do Set It On Fire. I kind of want to do Set It On Fire now, because I kind of teased Set It On Fire as the other of the John Cougar Mellencamp kind of songs that I do. And this one is one that is dedicated to my friend Madman Maverick, juggler and magician and stunt person and successful grown-up adult goth person. And it is, in fact, based on something that a small child literally said to him during one of his shows, because he was in the process of preparing to use a short bullwhip to lash a piece of pasta, but a cigarette like this, and it was about that long, was the pasta. And it was impressive, but he was wondering how to make it more impressive. And the small child had a suggestion. And he took that, but I took it as well. This is also another one that starts in D, and it goes something, but only something, like this. My friend the juggler throws lots of things. He tosses axes and knives and rings. But he wanted that extra something to take his performance higher. Little kid in the front row said that he had an idea. Gonna set it on fire. Gonna set it on fire. Gonna set it on fire. Fire. Now Madman Maverick don't have no fear. He been doing his danger stuff for many a year. But that little kid had a good idea. So the next show Maverick knew that his path was clear. Gonna set it on fire. Gonna set it on fire. Gonna set it on fire. 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 Them burning torches got lots of cheers. Throwing burning axes has earned him some beers. If you want to advance to what you aspire, then there's just one course of action to take. Don't set it on fire. Don't set it on fire. Don't set it on fire. Fire. You know, I've eaten fire. It's more like putting out a burning torch in your face, but it still counts. And believe me, when I tell you this, if it's not on fire, they don't want to see you eat it. Don't set it on fire. Gotta set it on fire. Gotta set it on fire. Gotta set it on fire. Don't set it on fire. 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 Not bad. That one is still one I'm kind of working on because of the weird strum pattern, as you noticed. It's like... And what happens is when I try to do that, I try to get the tap-tap noise out of this a different way, and I generally hurt myself. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is putting a ring on, because I can tap the instrument with a ring and have it work. But that's all right. And that's okay. Fire. Set it on fire. Yes. Maverick has those buttons, by the way. He made buttons that say set it on fire. And because he has a Glowforge. And he's also in the process. He has made my touchless tip plank, which I want to try and get my hands on in the next few weeks. And it may or may not happen before Texas Furry Invasion. But if so, I will just print out the touchless tip sheet and we'll just tape that to a monitor speaker, because that worked out really well for San Japan. So yeah. Now, my lovely wife Amy is currently in the process of moving a lot of things around out there while I'm doing this in here. And she has assured me that it's okay that I do this here while she's doing that there, because she knows that I will be doing stuff out there as well. Especially reaching the bits that she can't reach, because she is, well, let's be honest, short. She knows she's short. She's okay with it. That's why she married someone slightly taller. you know, I feel like I should do another song. And I probably should. And, yeah, I'm going to do a song I haven't done for a little while. It is part of, and because we're doing Alamo City Furry Invasion, it will be one of my anthropomorphic songs because I have those. And it will, in fact, be a song that Kay inspired by pointing this out to me. And it is, of course, Platypus Postman. Move out of the way of the graphic. Hey, there we go. And it is Platypus Postman, which does have a very kind of fish, Jerry Garcia. This could degenerate into a 3-hour jam pretty quickly. Now, mind you, if one day I have a band and a 3-hour jam situation, we'll do it. Platypus Postman, Platypus Postman. Neither rain nor snow, nor sleet nor hail can make the platypus postman fail. Even in a flood he's still not stuck, 'cause the platypus postman swims like a duck. Platypus postman, platypus postman. Even through the mud they can't be beat, yeah, they never sink because of their web feet. Not a dog will chase him or leave a mark, 'cause the hounds are too darn confused to bark. Platypus postman, platypus postman. In the gloom of night he'll safely walk, 'cause the platypus postman glows in the dark. It's the darndest thing that you've ever seen, for the postman bioluminescent green. Hard to rhyme that. Platypus postman, platypus postman. In the coldest rain they won't demur, they're protected by their thick coarse fur. Of all the post carriers on the scene, only one of them is a mono tree. Platypus postman, platypus postman. 3-hour jam goes here. Platypus postman, believe in the platypus postman. Pretty ending. The platypus postman. That guy right there. One of the many songs that was inspired by something that Kay pointed out and said, here, look at this, write a song, look at this, and oh, there's a song there. Everyone's like, yay, songs. So I am still writing stuff. Now, if you have not, it is up there, I will get that.
Yeah, it's up there and it's right underneath the...
Oh, yeah. We just happened to put all of our artwork up with the idea that we'll never have to take it down again. That works out so well. If you have not gone to youtube.com/MPLEGARE and looked at the Troubadork playlist, you will not know, perhaps, that there is in fact a 25-minute and 1-second video of some of the best and more successful recordings of the stuff that I did at the Sherwood Celtic Festival and Highland Games. Not Highland Fling, because no Highlanders were flung in the making of this video, called First Defense at Sherwood. And it went pretty well. I'm noticing some interesting things like how if you put it up on a big TV screen, YouTube won't always continue to render me and update me, but it will render the rest of the building, rest of the stuff around me, including the stage and my sign, just fine. I don't understand it. Apparently I confuse YouTube. This is not unusual. So let's do another song. Another song I think is in order here. Yes, the 4 folks watching me now, and those who may watch this later, because I know I am, big in reruns, big in syndication. Oh, there are so many songs that I have on here, and I haven't done some. There's some of them I have not done for quite some time, and there's one song I should have done. I should have done the song at Sherwood, and I did not. And I feel like I did my friend Quigley a injustice, because it is a song that really does need to get out there. And that is Captain's Log, which is that's right. I have to sometimes remind myself this is one of those songs where I have an audio recording of it, but I do not, in fact, have the chords written on the notes, because I am a doofus. But this is a song that was written by my friend Quigley many years ago, before some of you were born. And that will make us all feel older. And he initially wrote this a cappella, and I asked him if I could sing it, and he said yes, and hopefully he has not regretted that choice. Oh, the name of the ship on which we sail is a jolly roving dog, and the crew be bold, the boatswain's old, and we all do love a grog. The captain was the toughest man whatever sailed the sea, but the one thing finally struck him down was a nasty French disease. Oh, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Oh, our captain finally met his match, old France, she finally won. The first mate waited by his side for the setting of the sun, and the last words of the captain to the good crew of the dog was that none shall ever take his place till they find the captain's log. Oh, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. So we looked down in the scuppers and we looked up in the nests. For a time we kept our spirits high with the witty words and jests, but soon a gloom enveloped us thick as a pea soup fog. For no matter where we looked, we could not find the captain's log. Oh, we sailed the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. So we looked to the great big book that the captain brought to sea, in which he kept each day's events as written a history. But no matter where we searched inside that vast and lofty tome, we could not find where the captain's log had chosen for to roam. Oh, we sail the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Oh, the many logs that we did find, they all did look the same. But we never did find the piece of wood inscribed with the captain's name. Oh, we sailed the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. Yes, we sailed the briny oceans on the jolly roving dog, and we will not rest upon our quest to find the captain's log. The captain's log, slightly massacred by me. I owe Quigley a few drinks. Or a hearty meal. Probably a hearty meal. Neither of us drink that much that I'm aware of. So, he said, putting hands up behind his head. So, I'm not used to the new furniture. We have redone this entire show here in Streamlabs OBS. So not only are we streaming on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, but we're also streaming on Streamlabs. What does that mean? I have no idea. It's just a thing that we do, apparently. Ole. Well, Now, I did Set It on Fire. I did Unsupervised. I did Captain's Log. I did Platypus Postman. I should do another song. That's what I really should do. All 4 of you who are watching, according to this little gadget. Of course, this little gadget may be wrong. I've noticed this. It gets weird. And I could put up a widget which actually would tell me over here by the tip jar pachinko machine, which counts likes and follows. Tell me how many people are watching, but honestly, at this point, I don't know that I would trust any of that technology farther than I can throw it, and I can't throw it very far. So, another song, he said. Another song. What song should I do? I should do another one of my songs, probably. Because, that's what we do. How about we do a, see if I can find it here. Let's see. There's a song that I wrote a little while ago, and it's a very, let me see if I can find it now. The song that I wrote, and I managed to put it somewhere where I can't find it now. There it is. I found this. Really? No, that's not what I was looking for. Really? Show me that thing. There we go. I started working on this little riff. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. See, it's a pitch thing, but I'm still, I'm still working on that. I've just noticed that I've not actually touched this for a while, so I'm probably writing it wrong here. It's, find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. There we go. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. No more traveling far, no more following a star. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. I'm just trying for competent. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. Fair winds, winds and a following sea. Back to my home they'll carry me. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. No more traveling far. See, it's a new song, so I don't know it. No more chasing a star. Find me a road, find me a road, find me a road to my home. And eventually we're going to turn that into the kind of song where you can like pass it around and everybody can just have a little verse they can throw in for a group sings and stuff like that. I'm embarrassed because I realized that I actually wrote the chords wrong in the notes that I see right here in front of me, which tells me that I am getting old and decrepit. There we go. Now I fixed that. Let's do a song I know. How about we do that song one of the songs that I wrote that I know? How about that? That might actually work. Yeah. Let's do. Yes, let's do Fish Puncher. Let's see, do I have the octopus up here? I don't know if I do or not. I have Squidditch, I have TROUBADORK logo. I'm gonna go into studio mode real quick because I want to throw this image up here because this song that I wrote is based off of an actual thing that actually happened. And the actual thing that actually happened is that oceanographers, and specifically tauthologists, tautology, Tautholgy, is the study of octopi, Long walk to get that sentence out. I'm telling you right now. But what happened is that tautologists studying octopi discovered that what sometimes happens if an octopus is bored or restless or generally cranky is that an octopus will, in fact, just reach out a tentacle and just punch a fish for no darn good reason. And I saw that, and I thought, you know, this needs to be a song. There it is, the article in question. Even more hilariously, the audio and video and audio a bit off sync on Facebook. There could be a couple of reasons for that. I'm not sure what the technical part of it is, but it does seem to be working reasonably well here at this end. It may be that the microphone is currently patched in via USB, but that's iffy. And there might also just be some delay here because Facebook is kind of weird like that. But this inspired a song that I then wrote because I am, of course, the kind of guy that if I see something and it catches my attention, I will probably write a song about it. And this is probably another song that I will be playing at Alamo City Furry Invasion because it's, it's catchy for one thing. It's also a song that beats up my hand. Oh, fish puncher the octopus punches fish. Fish puncher the octopus pugilist. He wants to start a fight. Don't know how to do it right. Oh, fish puncher the octopus punches. He punches. Fish puncher the octopus punches fish. Fish puncher the octopus pugilist. He hasn't gotta be a beat up fish just to get relief. Oh, fish puncher the octopus. He punches. He punches. Fish puncher the octopus punches fish. Fish puncher the octopus pugilist. When it feels he's in a stew, he'll beat up oceanographer stew. Fish puncher the octopus. He punches. He punches. Fish puncher the octopus. He punches. He punches. Fish puncher the octopus punches fish. Fish puncher the octopus pugilist. He wants to pick a fight. He's got all night. Fish puncher the octopus. He punches. He punches. Fish puncher the octopus. He punches. He punches. Fish puncher the octopus. He punches. He punches. Fish. That's from the Songs That Beat Up My Hand collection. Son of a... a couple of things about why this song beats up my hand. I have terrible technique. I do. All right, Fish Puncher, thank you. We'll let you know. Because when you are taught to play a ukulele, they teach you to strum with the finger. You strum with the finger. You hold up the ukulele, go strum with the finger, with the finger strum. Now that's all well and good, but I was doing this mostly at my day job, where I was in an office and down a short hallway. And if I was like bashing away like this, people down the hall would go, "What the heck is that noise?" So what I would do is I would strum very softly using the side of my finger, my thumb here, so I could hear it. But then when I realized other people have to hear it, I realized that with an acoustic instrument that is not amplified, the only way you can make sure that other people can hear it is by playing it harder. And consequently, I have a callus on the side of my thumb, and I slowly am building my own thumb pick out of abused skin. You know, that's worse things can be done. But that is that. The more you know, rainbow. Anyway, and haven't gotten that far. Wow. Oh, I want to do another song. I'm not sure which song to do. I really am kind of like winging it here. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't done. Actually, you know what? I do know which song I want to do now. I'm just curious. Do I have him here? I don't have him here, so I'll have to add him again. So I will add him again. Because there's a song that is very popular, base, common, and popular. The Shakespeare reference. And was inspired by my friend Lucky, who was the captain of the kitchens for many years, and also known as the horn vendor or goat girl. And Lucky Glamblin is also another one that they've decided is okay. What they did is anytime they encountered a jumping spider, and if you've never met a jumping spider, they're actually quite adorable. They are cute. They are little, and they are little, tiny things, but they're spiders, and that causes people to freak out. But they always name the spider Fernando. And I had just stumbled upon this chord, G minor. Initially, I had stumbled on it because I knew this chord, which is F7. What happens if I just move that over one set of strings? Ooh. Sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? And then they told me about Fernando. I went, Fernando. Crap, now I have to write a song. So I decided to write a song about Fernando. And I realized that it had to be a flamenco song. And then I had to learn flamenco chords. And after a lot of crying, I came up with this song. 8 little legs and 8 little eyes and 1 heart big as a tree. This tiny valiant jumping spider is a boon companion to me. Fernando, the jumping spider. He's friendly. He doesn't want to make you cry, to scream, shout, or to bellow. When he leaps up and lands on your shirt, you just want to say hello. Fernando, the jumping spider. He's friendly. He is just looking for an amigo. He don't want to make you cry. But when he leaps up and lands on your blouse, you might just scream really high. Fernando, the jumping spider. He's friendly! Ole! Speaking of songs that beat the heck out of my hands, Fernando. I just recently, and you can see it in the background there, got a microphone stand, an actual microphone that plugs into my little tiny amp. So I will now have that instead of my headset mic, because I've noticed with the headset mic, it's about 6 years old, and it's getting staticky, and I don't need that. I already have enough things going against my ability to perform successfully, like a lack of talent. So, I want the technology to work. Couple more. We've got room for a couple more songs. I did this song during the sound check when I checked to see if the chat thing would work. And I'm going to change the font on the chat thing, I think. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I know the chat thing works, and I'm very happy about that because 80% of what I do was much better if I have people to interact with, including y'all right here. In a live show, it's been amazing to have live shows and to interact with live human beings, because it's very immediate, and I'm reminded that some of these songs are in fact kind of funny, which is nice. So the next song that I'm going to do is in fact one of those songs that's kind of funny, and is also of the I could easily get, if I'm not careful, I could get sued into oblivion category, because it is based upon a series of books by an author who's kind of fallen out of favor because of their stand on, whether or not people are allowed to be human, and how some of the terms that this writer has put into their books has become a weapon for people who somehow think that not getting vaccinated against a pandemic is an act of brave rebellion, when in fact it's just a fast track to the morgue. And to keep ourselves from getting completely sued out all to hell, we made a couple of changes. So this is in fact the seafaring game of that particular sport, which is known as Squidditch. There it is. The drawing of Squidditch, drawn by my friend Michael Van Slyke of Archangel Arts. And yes, that is in fact a picture of my lovely wife flinging a squid directly at my face. The squid's name, by the way, is Oswald. Oswald the recklessly flung squid. And he is actually featured on a fairly limited set of Squidditch buttons, which my Patreon peeps will probably get a free one of, because they have been supporting my weirdness for far too long that they deserve a few more pieces of swag. And I'm entirely okay with that. So we'll do that one then. Next, make sure I'm still tuned, because Fernando can take it out of an instrument. For once, this is actually, all the strings are a little flat because I was beating the heck out of them with Fernando. And we tune because we care. There are valiant wizards the world around who seek and block and fly, but these wizards fly above the ground, they drop too fast, they die. Us sailing wizards have a game that's grand from start to finish. I speak, of course, of the legendary seafaring game of Squidditch. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to pledge your stern amid, and you also have the chance to belch your best friend with a squid. Yay, Squidditch! Load up on rum and bring your chum, shine up your flying mop. For the game is played from dusk till dawn, or till all the players drop. No points are scored, no numbered board will tell you if you've won, but if all of us are in the drink, I guess the game is done. Because there's no such thing as water Squidditch. There's just everybody's falling off their mops, mate. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your stern amid, and you also have the chance to belch your best friend with a squid. Yay, Squidditch! A game of skill and daring, it calls for all your wit and luck. If you see a cephalopod fly by, well, I'd suggest you duck, for you have to stay up on your mop, and that takes all your wits, for a squid will try to cuddle just whatever it is it hits. That's why squid are also known as... should I say it? Cuttlefish! Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your stern amid, and you also have the chance to belch your best friend with a squid. Yay, Squidditch! We swoop and dive and spin and strive and carry it into space, 'cause you never know when you'll end up with a squid stuck to your face. Ugh. The peril here is very real, and that, my friend, is that for a sailor's game time's ending with a damp, resounding splat. Actually, the sound made by a squid teasing itself to your face is more of a shh, but I can't rhyme that. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to bludge your stern amid, and you also have the chance to belch your best friend with a squid. Yay, Squidditch! It's been a blast, done far too fast, we all are in the drink, and you cannot tell whose team is which because of all the ink. It's a squid. Well, I guess that means the game is through. The squid has swum away. Let's clean up ourselves and go dry off and brag about the day. Because no matter how many times you tell it, the story about the time you hit Steve in the face with a squid never gets old. Oh, mount your mops and soar above the briny waves so blue. We flit and fly and drink and try to score a point or two. No puny ball would have the gall to blood your sternum in. And you also have the chance to belch your best friend with a squid. You also have the chance to belch your best friend with a squid. The point of this game is you can belch your best friend with a squid. Yay, Squidditch! Now, okay. I always feel better after I sing that for some reason. Also, I just think this artwork is really, really cute, and it's really neat, and it should be a shirt, and I'm working with him to get a more t-shirt friendly version of that so we can put it on shirts and buttons and stuff, because I honestly think that people out there would love to have something that encourages you to throw squids at people. And really, it's a squid pelting. It's a squid pelting. It boosts any move. It's true, and you can in fact make crocheted squids or plushy squids or squid hats. And one of my goals long term is that when I start playing this song, the squid I just see squid being flung back and forth in the audience. You can throw a squid back at me, but I can't throw it back. So if you throw a squid at me when I'm performing, wave it goodbye. It's gone. Gonna stay on stage, and then it goes backstage because Amy will collect the squid at the end, and it will be sent to St. Olaf's home for wayward squid. She likes squid, she does. If I ever do get a squid hat, I will probably wear the squid hat while playing the squid song because, well, also squid is just a fun word. Squid, 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 squid. Hi, Kay. I thought you were out there somewhere. And now, my friends, I think the time has come for the moment you've all been waiting for. That's correct. The final song in this set for the bi-weekly Troubadork Pandemic Coping Mechanism livecast show thing. Brought to you as once again by Carpe Diem Comics in McKinney, Texas, by Unruly Voices, the publishers of Artisanal Gibberish Volume 1 and Volume 2, and eventually Volume 3. And then the inevitable Omnibus Compendium, which is because by the time we do Volume 3, we'll have enough actual pages to merit hardcover. Because otherwise, it's not really a hardcover. It's like a hardcover book the way those, my little first book wooden cover books are books. So not so much. So, what to play for the last song? There are so many. Yes, I'm going to play this one because this is probably going to be the song that I play at the end of the Alamo City Furry Invasion show. And because it's an anthropomorphic fandom con, and actually one of the first after Steampunk November, which is when I was the test of whether or not I could play music and people would actually sit down and listen to me, and it reignited this love of music that I have in me, weirdly. I was reminded that I don't have a lot of anthropomorphic songs. I mean, I now do. At that point, I didn't. I hadn't written Platypus Postman or Squidditch or, and 90% of what I've written. So I wrote a very specific love song that I think would work for Alamo City Furry Invasion. And as such, it became this. And it's been one of those songs... Yeah. One of those songs that covers a lot of... It crosses over into a lot of genres. And I think it's... probably one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Of course, I don't actually have a favorite song because I like them all. But... It finally happened to me. I found someone I didn't think it could come true. But I found me a life companion, so the same thing could happen to you. I mean, our life together is wonderful. Think we're gonna get serious soon. We really got a good thing going, but it gets real freaky when we hit a full moon. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh, yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo, It's like I'm waking a beautiful daydream, yo. They really have improved my days. I'm still really sorry they found me here. Guess we'll have to see how all of this plays. They do all kind of cute things that I adore. This relationship is gonna go far. I mean, I get all squishy when they stick their head out of the window when we're driving my car. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh, yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo, Now, I ain't saying that things are perfect here. You know the challenges will always be there. But we work our way through our problems now, and it usually kind of all turns out fair. I mean, I don't like fighting my partner now, but I learned me this one little trick. If things get angry and we get into a fight, all I gotta do to win is throw a stick. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh, yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. So now you know the whole darn crazy story here. How my life just turned right upside down. And while I might not sound like my mind's too clear, gotta know that I ain't wearing a frown. I mean, I know that I hit me the jackpot, y'all. That's the reason why I'm singing this song. And although we know it could take a lot of work, not a single little thing is gone wrong. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hairball. I'm dating a werewolf. Oh, yes, it's true. I'm dating a werewolf. I feel a woo. Out with me. Ooh. Yeah. And so we come battered, bruised, and smelling strangely of wolfsbane and something we might have rolled in, to the conclusion of yet another fairly successful Tobias the Adequate Troubadork Pandemic Coping Mechanism bi-weekly live cast broadcast show. Thank y'all for hanging out with me again. Without you watching this, those of you watching live and those of you who watch it in reruns, everything I do here would make even less sense. Once again, we are, of course, brought to you by Unruly Voices Publishing and Carpe Diem Comics. Go to their websites and do give them your custom, because they encourage my behavior, as well as viewers like you. That's right, you right there, you right there watching, which you can do through patreon.com/theadequate. If you want to throw some cash at me, just randomly, I will produce, ta-da! The touchless tip plank, now lurking right below me here. PayPal.me/theadequate, and Venmo is @theadequate. And you can always go to theadequate.com for all of your adequacy needs. All of these QR codes work. Not one of them plays a Rickroll. I guarantee it. Frankly, I am very happy to get the scrolly thing working again, so I'm pretty happy about that. Once again, Alamo City Furry Invasion will be the next show that I do. I'll move that over here. Hey, look at that. I can move things around. We live in the future. And that will be on Friday at Alamo City Furry Invasion, 6 or 6:30. I think it's 6 o'clock, and I may have written 6:30. So do go to the Alamo City Furry Invasion website and check their schedule, and you'll have a very good idea of when that is. But it's a Friday 6-ish show. Apparently, I have a whole hour. Those fools. And we'll see what happens. This is going to be a tips-only show. I am not being paid. I'm being comped a ticket, but that's about it. Because if I don't have a ticket, I can't get in and do the dang show that I'm supposed to be doing. So there's all of that. And that, my friends, is enough out of me. Feels good to do this. It feels even better to know that there's people out there watching. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be safe. Be sane. Be silly. Be kind. Be decent. Be adequate. And remember that no matter where you are, no matter what you do, either everything matters, so be as good a person as you can possibly be so that it benefits the overall outcome in a positive way, or nothing matters. Therefore, be as good a person as you could possibly be so it will benefit the outcome in as positive a manner as possible. Because being a good person generally makes your life less complicated. I'm very serious about that. Y'all have been wonderful. I remain Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you for encouraging my behavior, and we will see you all next time. Take care. Aloha.